Today we're talking about Spring Rush 2020 and how to be prepared for it. Alright everybody, you know the drill. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell to get notifications of videos as soon as they come out. So my man Johnny Mow made an awesome video the other day about the spring rush trap. And what a great way to phrase it, as a trap that eats everyone. Because just like he said, he's like, you're looking around and the phone starts ringing and you're like, they want something, they want something. Yes, I can do that. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do that. Yes, I can do this. And depending on how you're set up, that can be extremely bad for you. And even if you're set up well, if you say yes to everything, all kinds of things you can do well, things you can't do well, it can be a challenge. And I've said yes to millions of things to try to broaden what we can do and put myself in this situation as well. And from that, I've kind of learned what we can do best, what things we need to be doing better and move into, and how to kind of keep it all focused. So this is such a great topic to talk about because there's no more time. This is what, when I'm working my butt off all winter long, this is what I'm preparing for, is to have that massive influx of calls. Well, it's here. Last week, we finally had the first week where the phones were just ringing off the hook. And it's still cold, so that means it's coming on quick now and there's no more time. Hey, right now while we're starting this, like I've been saying in all these videos, if you can see where this is going, this sounds like a good video, hit that like button. You know there's value here. And if you're watching, why are you not subscribed? Hit subscribe as well. Make sure you get those notifications when these videos hit. So my 3 tips to avoiding this problem, to making this spring rush not a trap, but to really take advantage of everything that comes with the spring rush. The very first one is extremely important, and that is be prepared. So just like in this other video that I'm talking about, and I'm using as an example of talking about the spring rush trap, Johnny mentioned have a calendar for knowing what's going on. Now, for me, I couldn't do it on a calendar. I did it when I very first started. I had a calendar, like an accounting book that was like a huge day planner. And I quickly moved to some kind of software to help me keep track of it. At first it was Excel spreadsheets, and then we got into something like Service Autopilot. Service Autopilot has changed our business. I don't get paid to say this. It has just been good for us. I don't get a single dime anytime I mention their name. But Service Autopilot is awesome, and it is changing everything we do, making us so much more organized, bringing a calendar together with a customer, with all the customer information and scheduled services that we can bulk email, move things around really fast. So that's step number 1, is be prepared to take in all the incoming information and allocate it to whoever needs to take care of it, and really just keep things together so you don't lose stuff, and you don't capitalize on anything that is good, or know what to push off because it's bad, or overbook your schedule because you have no idea. So the second step of this, and these are all going to tie together. You see a lot of us, any of this stuff to keep you from getting caught in the trap of a spring rush trap or anything, is going to all be based around using a service like Service Autopilot or some kind of other CRM and scheduling system, and using all the little things that you've made over time to systematize. And as I'm saying it, that is the second step. Systematize. Everything that you can systematize, do it. Make things easier. Make it flow faster. Make estimating simpler. You know, on all the services you're a rock star at, and you know what it's going to take to do those services right off the bat. Make that easy. Make it make square foot diagrams if that works for your business and you can be profitable. Make all these notes. Keep things. I'd always found myself doing estimates and then not tracking how I did it, and always having to relearn. When I did it another 10 estimates from now, I had to go back and do another one like that. So put all this stuff into Excel sheets or however you'd like to do it, so you can punch estimates out quicker, because things are going to be coming in really fast. You want to make sure you can get through it efficiently, and you can kind of look at the work you do and the people you meet with and grade the priority. So this person might be a C priority and this project might be an A priority based off of how much is coming in, how quick. We're going to treat everyone well, but there are some things that are our ideal customers that we need to focus on. People that are going to pay top dollar, people that are going to be awesome to work with, people that we're going to create a lasting connection with. So we're going to systematize to make things easier to get the estimates out. We're going to systematize to make them easier to accept. So like when our estimates go out through using Service Autopilot, they get emailed out. They can accept right through the email. As soon as they accept, they automatically get an email that says, can you please put your credit card on file? That way, if it's a project, we can charge 10% down and schedule the rest. Or if it's a service like mowing, it states how we'll be charging that in our terms of service. And our terms of services is lengthy and long and got a lot of information, and you have a lot of access to that. You can get that right on jacobgodar.com. So step 2 was systemize. And step 3 is maybe the most important point. Now, have we ever really had to do it? No, because we have large capacity, and I'm going to kind of go on before I even tell you what step 3 is, but no, we're in it and we're talking about it. We've had a large capacity always to take on new work. I've always hired ahead of time. I've always had more people than we need with the site of we're going to market so heavy that we're going to be able to handle it, we're going to be able to do it, we're going to be able to take on almost anything that comes our way. I've never wanted to be really scheduled out, because being scheduled way far out to me is as stressful as having a week's work on the books. Like, it doesn't really matter, So this key is awesome, and especially when Johnny Mow was talking about this and saying you get more lawns than you can even take, or these little side jobs you can't even take because you're already so full and you don't even know it yet. And what a perfect way to talk about that, because I've seen people do it. I've been close to being caught in the trap of everything we've ever got, we've been able to get done, because if I do it, if I say I'm going to do it to a customer, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to live and die by saying I can. So we've never had lawns we couldn't mow. But I saw our crew getting close once, and here's the key. So when the market determines that there's a huge high need for this, and there's a huge demand for it, and you can barely take on the work, that's the time to raise the prices for new customers. If you can't take it on as fast as it's coming in, start raising the prices on those new little one-time jobs or those new mow customers. That way, if you get them, they're going to be extremely profitable. We did this with mowing 2 years ago. We couldn't believe how much in the summer it just kept coming and coming. So first we used to always be at a $40 minimum for mowing. Then we raised it to a $45 minimum, and I said, screw it, we can't take any more mowing. Move it to $50 and see if it gets the people to stop saying yes. And if they do, it's going to be worth it. We'll be able to take on that little last bit. So you have to pay attention to how things are going. You always have to know what your schedule's looking like. And I think that's one thing for us. I'm not out in the field. I'm focusing on scheduling. I'm focusing on sales. I'm focusing on building the business. Those are only things that I really do. And so it's huge too. As that demand increases and you see your stuff starting to max out, this is where I said in my marketing video the other day, don't ever stop marketing, but just start raising your price. And that way, it doesn't matter if they think it's super expensive. If you can't perform the work, it's not relevant. But you spoke to that person, you met with them, you had a new lead in your system for when you do need work, and you can send out an email and you can maybe get something else. You're building a book of names, which is also extremely important, and no one should lose sight of that. But that is the third and final key: is raise your prices according to what's going on. You need to be prepared enough to know where you're at, how much work, how many people you are. You need to make sure you're systematizing it so you can make it easy enough to get through. And then, because you're so prepared, you know exactly what's going on. If you start to get close to where the cuppeth overflow, you better raise the prices so you can slow down the work that's coming in and make sure whatever you're doing is super profitable. That way, if you got to work some overtime, if you got to get some extra guys out there part-time, or whatever the case is, or your crews have got to work overtime, that extra overload of work is going to be super profitable if you got it, and that way it won't matter. Everyone, it was awesome spending time with you this morning. It's a beautiful Sunday morning to shoot a video. It was an awesome video because it's so close, and I can't warn people enough that it's about to happen. Your phones are about to blow up. One other little nugget about phones blowing up. There are virtual call systems. There's some awesome stuff in place out there where they'll take calls for you. They'll enter to-dos. They'll put it on a Trello board so you know what's going on. Look into those. If you ever need help finding one, reach out to me. I have some friends that use ones that specifically work with Service Autopilot. They can enter to-dos and everything, and people don't even know that they're not even the business offering it. So if you're a one-man show and you need someone else to answer the phone so you can get more work done, because every lost call is a potential lost sale. So everyone, I hope you like this a lot. Please watch more of these videos. Please check out some of the other videos on these playlists that I suggest. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell to get notifications of new videos coming out. Like I said, if you've watched this long, you might as well hit subscribe. You might as well become a part of this community, contribute, leave some comments down below on what you've done to beat this spring rush trap, to get through it and to be profitable through it. Everyone, thank you so much. Follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat. I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great day.